Alright, here we are with Title Fight right here, and I'm trying to show you here, I'm going to show you actually, how we can make this, this is a really good tournament game. I used it in one tournament at the Pinball tournament, wasn't it? No, the Pin Wars tournament at Bees Bowling Center, and we had to do some things to modify it to make it harder actually, obviously. The first thing we did is took this pin out right here, because if you leave that pin in, what happens is if the ball goes up to only like this midway point, it will go off the pin right back to the flipper. You can keep hitting it around in circles, and anytime it only partially goes up, it will bounce right off that post back to the flipper. All you have to do is hold the flipper up. So we took that post out of there. So this way, if it goes up medium, it will just go either down here or hit the tip of the flipper, or it will bounce crazy. You can't keep hitting it around there with that if that's gone, unless your shots are perfect. Another thing we did is I added this post right here. I actually put a larger, right now we have it back at home, so I have it set up a little bit easier, but I'm trying to tell you here, where this black post is, I put a fat yellow post on there. This way, anytime the ball goes around in circles in the opposite direction here, it will hit this and it goes right towards the out lane, so you got to do some major shaking. Another thing I did is this right here, I disabled this because when you have the ball cradled like this, you can just give it little pulses and make it go like this and get points over and over. So I disabled that switch. I took out this post, even though, like I said, it's in right now. I have it back set up at home. But I took this post out, so it made it obviously a big, larger gap to lose the ball. And I believe that was it. There's a post right here that I took out as well, and I left that out. That was another one. And, I put the fat yellow post right here on these, alrighty? And then right here at the out lane, I took the rubber off this metal post right here. But I actually had this entire post out right here with just a metal, a metal post like this. I took this plastic post out here that has the rubber on it. So, I mean, anytime the ball was in this area, you were probably going to lose the darn thing. It was pretty tough. But that's the thing I did to Title Fight to make it a tough playing game. And you have to make sure, I noticed the ones at Papa, the drop targets didn't work correctly. When you're playing it, they need to reset. Actually, my son brought this to my attention. When you hit these drop targets, when you're up here playing this mini playfield, they have to reset, okay? And so you have to make sure that's working for sure, because that's a big part of the game, is if you can hit those targets down up there. And with no timer on it? No, it just makes the timer shorter. You can go in the settings and make the timer shorter, so it's harder to hit those targets down.
No timer, like
at the Papa, yeah.
It wasn't even registering the drop target.
Right, at the Papa one there was no timer. You could just...
And it had the same problem with
exactly. You could keep the ball up there forever and just keep hitting the targets over and over. And even if you dropped all the targets upstairs, it wouldn't reset. It would, you could play up here as long as you wanted to, unless the ball went down to the eject hole right here. Then it ended it.
It's supposed to give you like those bonuses
after
you get.
Right. There's supposed to be a timer up there, is what he's saying, but it never did have one. Alrighty. So that's the stuff we did the Title Fight to make it hard, and it was a kicking everybody's you know what at Pinball. So it was a pretty tough game the way I setting it up, just how I explained it. All right, stand by.